Alright, so this is a pretty random video for my channel, but you probably don't know I really like sharks and the history and future of sharks and all that. Well, life. I like science. And obviously one of the coolest sharks, great white, bull sharks, my favorite, or maybe tiger shark, I don't know. But great white's really cool. I live in the UK, in case you can tell from my accent, and it's really these could be coming to the UK soon. All these news sources, I don't really trust them, to be honest. They're kind of hacks, but the logic behind it is sound. And then this one's talking about Jaws. That's dumb, but the logic behind it is sound. Great white sharks are warm-blooded fish. They can acclimate their body temperature to the surrounding water, so they can thrive in warm water. They can thrive in cold water. Specifically, they like cold air water. They don't like cold water, so they're not going to go as north as Greenland sharks, but they do like cool water. So the Atlantic, deep Australasia water, that sort of thing. Obviously, they like warm water too, because they are prolific around. Prolific, is that the right word? I don't know. They are frequently seen around, South Africa, Africa, Australia, west, like off the coast of California and whatnot. But the main thing is really colder waters, which is what this video is all about. UK could be seeing great white sharks in the next, I'd say probably like 5 years, maybe more. These sites are all like, oh, hey, next year we could see great whites. We won't see them next year. Down in the very south in England, like Cornwall and that, they could probably see them in a couple of years. But up where I am in Scotland, we probably won't see them for that's one. We probably won't see them for like at least 5 years, maybe more. Mainly because of this. There's no real reason for them to stray this far up here. Obviously, like over in what's it called? Nova Scotia, there's been some great white attacks. Like let's go to Googler, yes. Like in Nova Scotia, there's been great white attacks. Recently, to say the least, like there was that like a couple of weeks ago. There was a dog that got killed. There's been people seeing them. There's been sharks, like great whites, washed up on the beaches. There have been like increasing numbers of great white sightings up in Nova Scotia, and those waters are a lot colder than ours. But mainly, well, not a lot colder, but mainly they have food. Great white sharks love seals because they're high calorific meals. They have a ton of fat on them with the flubber. Flubber, is that the right word? So it's like a dumb word for it because it's a movie. But flubber, is that the right word? Flubber, I don't know. Flubber, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna need to like double check that. But they have a ton of good nutrients for the sharks. Provides a lot of energy. So the white sharks love the seals. Up in Scotland, there aren't that many. I mean, there are a lot of seals up north, but I'm in the west coast, like southwest coast, so there's not that many around here. Seals, I mean, not white sharks. And also, kind of technically, it's I don't live by a sea. I'm in a coastal town, but it's not a sea. It's a firth that I live at. So there's even less chance of a white shark or any shark coming into where I live. One of the things that made me think about this is because back in like 2019, 2020, I would on the weekends have some whiskey or vodka, Bacardi, whatever rum, and then go for a cycle down to the beach, and then go for a swim in the beach. Oh yeah, also Matthew Perry's dead. Rip. Back then, or actually any summer since 2019, has been increasingly warmer. Hey, look, actually good temperature. Blah blah blah. It's been getting warmer. Like this summer was warm as all hell. Even back in 2019, the waters were. I checked this because I was like, I wonder. The waters were about what were they like? Not 15. Yeah, about 15 degrees. Maybe like 13, 14 degrees, something like that. And white sharks have been seen in waters colder than that, like up in Nova Scotia. And general like mid-Atlantic. So I was like, hey, I used to go swimming in these waters at like 3, 4 in the morning, that is like prime hunting time for predators like this. I could have gotten right close to one, but obviously I wouldn't have because they're not up here 4 years ago or even now. But yeah, white sharks, I reckon they actually could be up for UK waters soon. I don't see why not. The only thing they're not up here for really is there's no food for them. Where's that seal one? Like, it's what, 55,000. What? In British waters, according to mammals, common seal less common in British water. What? Common seal is in fact less common. How's it common then? Excuse me. What? I'm actually having an aneurysm right now. The common seal is in fact less common in British waters than the grey seal. Alright, whatever. 55, so almost 200,000 seals in total, I suppose. But then there's like, that's like 5% of the world's total seal population. I think it says that here, right? Yeah. 5% of the world's total population. Oh, harbour seals. Harbour seals. Yeah, that's a fair point. Poor beagles. By the way, this is going to go off on a tangent. Poor beagles. The poor beagle shark. I've got a controller in Dark Souls. Poor beagle. This wee bastard. Nah, it's fine. It's a cousin to the great white. Not as big, not as dangerous or anything, not as notorious, but it's a cousin to the great white. It's a mackerel shark. Hunts mackerel. No, hunts fish, kills fish, eats everything really. These are in UK waters. Again, not where I am because I'm in a firth, technically, not in the actual open sea or ocean. But these things have been seen by humans and have also attacked humans once. Where was I going with this? Harbour seal, yeah. So the one attack that I can think of off the top of my head, a surfer dude near the mouth of I think it was a harbour, I'm pretty sure. He got attacked by a poor beagle. Not attacked, he had his surfboard and the poor beagle come up to take a bite out of the surfboard because he was like, what is this? Because it's a shark, it's curious. Cousin to the great white, I'm going to tie this into the main conversation. Great whites are also known to be quite close to the beaches. They are known to be sharks that swim pretty close to people where they would be. Yeah. This is a weird video for my channel, but if great whites ever did come up here, then yeah, like harbour seals would draw them in. Realistically speaking, there's no real reason why great whites would come up here. Like seal population USA. There's 450,000 in Canada and USA, so that's why they're going to Nova Scotia right there, and then also US. So there's really no reason why they come up here other than just branching out. It's a fish, it swims for it once. It could come here, but there's really no reason for it to. I'm making a lot of faces into the camera. The camera's not even on. There's really not reason for them to come up here, I would say. I'm talking Scotland, by the way. Like England, yeah, they could easily come like near England. Like, there was a sighting a couple of years ago, I think. Finding my past. Alright. There was a sighting in England, well, a possible sighting of great whites, a great white, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago or something. But like realistically, it's not that. It wasn't really believed because why did I do that long ago? Well, I mean, you think about it, like there's a site in Spain not long back, and the white sharks are actually, they do exist in the Mediterranean, and here, so they swim up from like East Mediterranean, not Mediterranean, Atlantic, go through the Strait of Gibraltar here, go into the Mediterranean, And the species in the Mediterranean actually is closely related to the species in the Pacific. That's a different video. As opposed to the Atlantic species and the African species. But yeah, so basically the species in like Mediterranean, so like going along Egypt, Tunisia, Italy. There's not many, but there are some. They're it's a fact. They go in there, so they're here. At least, right here in Strait of Gibraltar. There's not much of a, and also obviously go up here. Like there's Nova Scotia over here. I mean here. I just know as in this area, but yeah, it's here. So yeah, they obviously there's a strong chance. Like if say a family of white sharks, they don't travel in packs obviously, but if a white shark came up to like here, I'm pretty sure there are sharks in somewhere around here. Where are they? No, it's around here somewhere. There's some sharks that go in for the seals, but there are seals. There's a ton of seals around like this area, like South England, Southeast England, Southwest England even. And then like you get makos and blue sharks and all that over here. But yeah, there's like seal population around here. So white sharks decided to like go a little bit farther north, which is no distance. Like considering the fact that they can go from like they go like here around the Cape of what is it down here? Not Cape of Good Hope. That's in Africa. I don't know. Whatever. They go like all the way around there, South America, over to like the east west even of America. Around here they can go like all the way over here. I mean they swim distances, you know. So it's not really that far fetched that they can go from Gibraltar here, or you know just Atlantic in general, over to here. And if one finds out that there's a sufficient supply of food, seals namely, then it could just go over and like it could bring some others over, you know. Like considering the fact that UK has no predators, really. It has some basking sharks. There's porbeagle, which is really not that much of a shark, to be honest, in consideration to others. It has makos in that, but you don't really ever see those in those waters. Those in these waters even. Yeah, white sharks could be in this country soon. This is a random video, man. I don't know why. I like sharks, alright. I ain't going over this stuff. But yeah, sharks. They could be great whites in the UK soon. Yeah. Thanks for watching.